Following Lord Frost's resignation as Brexit minister, Boris Johnson's government remains in turmoil and the domino effect begins for the people at the top of Downing Street. Now, there's nothing new when it comes to crises and scandals for leaders, prime ministers, but they all react differently. We had Tony Blair, who used to respond by announcing a random reshuffle, usually a mini reshuffle, to distract the narrative. We had Theresa May, who used to come up with a policy that is more towards law and order, so that she comes across as strong and stable, as a statesman. Margaret Thatcher's response was always the best, just no reaction, just keep going, ignore the narrative, ignore the media. Boris Johnson is all over the place. We had the initial series of scandals over the last few weeks with the Downing Street flat, the wallpaper scandal, the Christmas parties, and just everything that happened, not controlling the rebels in Parliament. His first response was to introduce a series of lockdown policies at a time when lockdown is no longer popular. So that went well. And then that obviously resulted in David Frost, one of his closest allies, who were just a few people who left basically there at this point, resigning last night immediately, with immediate effect. Not even going through his notice period, if you have a notice period. But the situation was that decided to completely not even wait. And again, the next response from Downing Street and Boris Johnson is to go after Mark Spencer, the chief whip, because he hasn't been able to control the rebels. Technically it's true, but it is still shifting the blame. He's also going after Simon Case, the head of civil service. He's also not been a great performer. So technically on paper, yeah, he needs to go too. But these are not for the right reasons. This is just to shift the blame as usual. And you got obviously the chief of staff as well, who's obviously everybody. There's so many people around him in terms of influence that he needs to rethink. And so a lot of Tory loyalists and members who are saying that Boris still has a chance if he changes the team at the top. I used to think that, but probably not. Now, Mark Spencer is an interesting character because in the surveys, the constant regular surveys that we have amongst the Tory members, and it is very accurate. This guy is, look at the bottom of the list. So at the top, we have Liz Truss, David Frost, all the others who have been popular in terms of the approval ratings. Then the top bottom, the only two who actually have negative ratings is Mark Spencer and Boris Johnson himself. So, of course, the top of the team at Downing Street looked at the list like this, lists like this, and just, read the room and seen what the vibe is in the country and within the party, and thought, well, Mark Spencer is not popular, so let's get rid of him. I mean, there's another person at the bottom of the list who's not popular either. Maybe you should also rethink that person. If you want to get rid of unpopular people, the leader himself is no longer popular. So, and also just look at the top of the list. I want you guys to, after watching this, start a random debate in the comment section. Kind of just analyze why Nadine Dorries is number 4, and Anne-Marie Trevelyan, who's actually a good minister, she's at the top as well. Rishi Sunak is not really that high as expected, but that's the whole. There's a different argument. But the Tories are completely divided right now. We have one of the backbench Tory sources telling Christopher Hope that when it comes to David Frost's resignation, this is very bad news for Boris. Boris was elected to get Brexit done. Frost was getting Brexit done. If it turns out that he feels that is no longer possible, it removes a big reason why Boris became PM in the first place. That is a good point. Because one of the issues that Frost had was with get Brexit done. Maybe he knows that we can't do what Boris Johnson promised the people to do. Andrew Bridgen also has come out to say that the Prime Minister is running out of time and out of friends to deliver on the promises and a discipline of a true Conservative government. Lord Frost has made it clear. 100 Conservative backbenchers have made it clear. But most importantly, so did the people of North Shropshire. Can you argue against that? This is going to continue because the rest of the night, today, we're going to have a series of videos and reports that will keep you guys posted on the backlash. One of the things that we're going to talk about is what happened last night on Twitter when a member of Sage, whether intentionally or unintentionally, leaked and exposed how the modelling of Sage and government is completely flawed when it comes to lockdowns. If you want to find out what's going on with that news, the best thing you can do is, of course, if you can, please subscribe to the channel, but also click on the bell next to it. That's the only way you could get, hopefully, notified when we release a new video. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for the support. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.